Alright guys, welcome back to the Nerd Militia. I'm Vex, of course, and today we're talking about my dream casting for the MCU's Xmen. Okay, so moving forward, just lay down some ground rules here, or some themes about my MCU's Xmen. Alright, this is a more adult contemporary Xmen, okay, maybe along the lines of Game of Thrones, Daredevil, and so on like that. I personally believe Xmen belongs on the smaller screen, the TV screen, than trying to fit all of it into a 2-hour movie. It's just, there's so much, right? So that's my thing. All right, and my X-Men have been around for like 5 years, okay? They've been doing their X-Men thing, saving people, saving mutants, and it all comes up to this huge battle that they have with the Inner Circle, okay? And in a little bit different from most other X-Men, Magneto is part of the X-Men. He's, at this time, the X-Men are the idea of himself and Charles, okay? And like the school's new, relatively new, and it's going, all that good jazz. But in this battle, there are some casualties, okay? In this battle with the Inner Circle, and they lose Jean Grey. She goes full Phoenix, and to save maybe the citizens or people, plus the X-Men in from this like huge battle that's going on, she phoenixes out, she dies, she goes on to another plane and what have you, she does her whole Phoenix thing, she's gone, okay? A lot of mutant lives were wasted, a lot of human people were dead, are dead now, okay? And so yeah, this moment in time, this huge battle makes the X-Men disband, okay? Like, they've done their thing, people are saved, a lot happens, of course, the media talks about the Registration Act, and all that good noise. That being said, all the X-Men, or this team of the X-Men, go their own way. You know, Cyclops goes his emo way, Wolverine goes back to the mountains of Canada, you know, Storm stays behind to kind of help Xavier run the school. Magneto just takes off, okay? Like, he kind of blames himself, and Mastermind, who in this battle gets away, he blames himself for this because he believes that he was held back by Charles by not going his by any means necessary way. That being said, in the wake of this, a new school pops up. It is the Academy of Tomorrow. It's a front for the new Inner Circle. But Magneto, being Magneto, finds a way in. He finds out who runs this. He goes in there, and he pretty much kills Mastermind. Like, so he finds out that Mastermind this is a front for the Inner Circle. He realizes that what Mastermind's doing, although he thinks it's a good idea, he still blames Mastermind for the countless loss of mutant blood. So he goes in there, however you want to kill him, you can kill him, okay? I'm talking about full-on crushed can, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, he goes in there with his helmet, he knows the rap sheet. So, okay, so now, of the new Inner Circle, which we could call, like, the Hellfire Brotherhood, we could call it, just keep it the Inner Circle, the headmaster of the Inner Circle now is Magneto, okay? So Magneto is taking over, and he's taking over this new school that's going to rival that of the Gifted Youngsters, called the Academy of Tomorrow, like you said, right? And this school is going to be more focused with mutants over everybody, okay? All kinds of stuff. Of course, the headmistress is going to be Emma Frost, okay? And so, what the main part of this is, this school is there to radicalize mutants, okay? It's there to build them up and put them in the perspective that Magneto's mutants over everything. Okay, that's all. That's it. So the X-Men have to come together to fight this new foe, try to get as many kids on their side, and also keep the public safe from the Inner Circle. So we know that part, but the X-Men really don't know that part. Professor Xavier knows that you can't get a read on the school who runs it because Emma Frost is also a telepath. So he doesn't know if it's good or bad, but he's erring on the side of bad, okay? And so mutants are going missing. They're trying to figure out why. There's new, like, out of control mutations, and this is kind of what sets it up for the X-Men to come back. Xavier needs help, and so he calls back his remaining X-Men, and then we also include some new X-Men. And this is where my dream cast happens, y'all. Alright guys, so not counting the two heads of X-Men, heads of the Inner Circle, I've done 3 for 3. So there's 3 male cast and 3 female cast, okay? So let's start off with my 3 male cast. So Cyclops I have coming back, and Cyclops, of course, is like the leader of the X-Men. There's no other leader. I mean, there has been multiple, but he's the most recognized leader for the X-Men. And I have Zac Efron playing him, and I think that would be awesome. I mean, it'd be a Disney homecoming. I mean, He's already proved by playing Troy Boltman in all 3 of the High School Musical films that he's a leader, and him coming back to play the leader of leaders, Cyclops, would be super awesome. I think people would buy into that. I know I would. So instead of casting Colossus, I went straight for Wolverine, and he's kind of the metal brute, because I couldn't have my metal brute, but he's got kind of metal inside of him. He's not really a brute, but it's going to be cool to have him in. Sorry, my dog's playing with his squeaky toy. But that is going to be Wolverine, right? And so the guy I have playing Wolverine, listen guys, I'm all about Aquaman. I kind of hope it does well, but if not, Jason Momoa would make an awesome Wolverine. Okay, so finishing off the male side of my team is Angel, and I think although he has been in Bryan Singer's X-Men, I don't think he's ever been done right in anybody's X-Men. So I think Angel would be cool to bring in, and playing him is Jaden Smith. Like, I know there's tons of Jaden Smith hate, but to be honest, he's really current, he's really now. I mean, he sells out Spotify, and yeah, I mean, like, why the flip not? I mean, like, it would just be awesome to see him in there. And it's a different take. I know it's kind of like the race bending or race swapping, however you want to say it, but it's a new take, it's different. I think it would work out. All right, guys, so starting off my women's side of this team is Storm, of course, and she's, again, much like Cyclops, she is one of the established members of this new team. And to play Storm, I chose Gabrielle Union. I mean, like, I don't know why this hasn't been cast before, but I think it would be a really awesome role with her. And I mean, you know, she's got like the Bring It On crowd, she's got the Being Mary Jane crowd. She just did a movie where she's basically a badass anyway. Not to mention, I mean, like, geez Louise, you always see her like supporting her husband Dwayne Wade. It'd be kind of cool to see Dwayne Wade, and I know he would anyway, support him and maybe bring over some of his basketball friends. You know what I mean? Those friends and fans come over and come see this movie. You know, I think it would just be awesome. I think it's a perfect fit if she would do it. Okay, guys, so I have Marvel Girl, right? And I don't think so. I'm not going to count Marvel Girl as part of this team, just because she's more or less going to show up as flashbacks of what happened before, like 5 years ago, why everybody's like separated and why the team kind of dissolved, right? So it's kind of be flashbacks, like haunting dreams for our Cyclops. And yeah, so I'm not gonna count her as 3, but moving on, and then I'll tell you my casting for Jean Grey / Marvel Girl. Okay, guys, so our next casting is Rogue. Okay, and like since I don't have Colossus, I need another brute, a little strong guy who's gonna knock down a row of people or a wall like we. So I picked Rogue. Okay, so she's our strong lady. So I know what you guys are thinking. It's like, oh my gosh, like, we don't even have Captain Marvel out yet, and like she gets her power and strength from Captain Marvel. Easily rewritten, guys. Like, we can just rewrite that to some other mutant. Maybe she has that power. Who knows? But it could be rewritten. Trust me. That being said, another Disney character or actor I have for this is a woman by the name of Debbie Ryan. I think she was in some show called Life of Jess. A reason why I chose her is like she has great comedic timing on that show, but also like a lot of the new youth grew up with her and know who she is. So again, another Disney darling sort of growing up within the House of the Mouse would be awesome, right? Like, she'd bring those fans over who are a lot older now into this show. So that was my thinking behind it. So that's my room, guys. Okay, and so like I guess finishing off this female team, or my female end of this team, is a character that's really not been done before, and I think would be awesome, is Dazzler. Seeing like much like you know how Deadpool took a chance on Domino, taking a chance on Dazzler I think would be amazing. It'd be like a new power to work with. How they would write it would be awesome. I don't know, I just think it would be rad. She really kind of inspired me to do this YouTube thing, and she is a YouTuber, and it's quite the character to bring the YouTube audience over to movies, which I think sometimes is what struggles, what some like studios struggle to do, like why YouTube movie Netflix things don't work out. I think she could do it well because she really believes in it, and she loves comics, and she actually has cosplay as Dazzler, and this is Comic Book Girl 19 is my choice. Okay, guys, and so I guess kind of rounding off the supporting team of the X-Men team. So I know Beast is usually the smart guy, the tech guy, but I'm just gonna bring this guy from the future to the present just because, and that is Forge. And then I'm also gonna tell you the casting for Marvel Girl / Jean Grey. So for Jean Grey, I went with like Emma Stone, and I know you guys were like, Emma Stone's just too huge to do it. I don't think you guys you're gonna get her. I get what you're saying, but since Marvel Girl is kind of like a flashback, she's not even in the show that much. She's in Haunting Dreams for Cyclops, maybe some Wolverine stuff, and then in that first 5 minutes, like it's literally arguably a cameo. Like it's basically a cameo. So I think Emma Stone can do it, and I think it would be super awesome because nobody would be expecting that, and so to get that would be like. And then if the show did well, she probably would love to come and do it. I mean, like, why not? Okay, guys, and for 4, rounding that off is an actor named Adam Beach. He was on SVU. He was in what is that? I'm just having a brain for right now, and I watch it like all the time. No, why can't I remember? Joe Dirt. He was in Joe Dirt. He's been in countless other films, but I think it would be cool to see him come in as Forge and kind of be the tinkerer, the guy who tinkers on the X-Jet and all the other stuff, the suits and the weapons. Awesome, come on in. Okay, guys, and so this wouldn't be complete unless I rounded this whole casting off with the bad guys, right? And so for the Inner Circle, which is basically the Hellfire Club, let's set this up. You got Magneto as a codename Lord Imperial, even though Magneto's already a codename, but be that he's going into hiding, he's adopted a new one, okay? And so for Magneto, I've casted Idris Elba. Blah, right? Like you guys are like, what? Like race bending? Yeah, I get it. But be it that Magneto and Xavier are both kind of based off of Professor X, but both based off of MLK, Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King, and Malcolm X, right? Like, why not try it this way? Why not have Magneto, who is clearly based off of Malcolm X, any means necessary, be played by an African-American guy? I think that would be awesome, right? I think it's a new take, it's fresh, so it plays to the whole, the Black Lives Matter, and you actually have somebody who's like experienced this and sees what's going on these days, African-American culture, right? And like put that in a character, right? Put that into Magneto. I think it would just be awesome. Totally rewrite his obviously the character origin. That's not an issue. That would not be a problem at all. Like, let's do that. I think it would be super awesome, and I think that's how you go into building these like sympathetic villains like Killmonger, like Thanos, right? Because like they feel it. You feel their pain. You understand where they're coming from. So I think that would be the greatest thing to do. Okay, so Magneto's second in line, Emma Frost, the White Queen. So I watched this movie recently called My Cousin Rachel. There is a young lady in there. Her name is Holiday Ganger. Brilliant, awesome. I would love her to be my this sounds so weird, so I'm not gonna say it, but my Emma Frost. I wasn't gonna say it the other way. It sounds so odd. So my Emma Frost. Okay, and so the other person, my White Bishop, would be Gambit. I think Gambit's just be done. I know there's this whole thing with Channing Tatum coming around, but I think that's waste. Don't do that. Don't go that route. Please don't. And I think I want my Gambit to be played by Taylor Lautner. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are probably thinking this whole Twilight thing, but Taylor Lautner is secretly the baddest of all badasses. I mean, I think he might even just be working for the CIA if he put it together, but this guy has the moves. Like, he's literally trained to be Gambit when he was a kid, and I know he still has the moves. He could get in shape like that. Like, it's not a problem. But I'll put up a little video while this is going so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But he's basically a real life Gambit. Like, he can do it, and it's nothing a diction coach or a language coach could help like get the Creole accent. Like, he's got it. Okay, he can do it. Rounding off this team of the Inner Circle is Sebastian Shaw, and my Shaw is kind of got it in for the Emma Frost. Okay, so eventually Emma Frost has to go to the X-Men at some point, season 1, 2, 3, whatever. I mean, I know I'm talking like this thing is actually happening, but she eventually has to get to the X-Men because her and Cyclops have the best relationship ever in comic book history, in my opinion. And don't bring up Lois Lane and Superman, because I actually hate that. Like, freaking Superman and Wonder Woman makes so much more sense than Lois Lane and Clark Kent, but whatever. Anyways, So our Shaw actually dislikes Emma Frost and is always questioning her if she has what it takes to do what it takes for mutant kind. Like, he doesn't think like when time comes, she's not going to be able to pull the trigger. That being said, when the switch does happen and Shaw does take the reins from Magneto, that prompts Emma Frost to leave, because Emma Frost has always thought that Shaw was too extreme. Like, she believes that he is more extreme than Magneto. She's probably read his mind. Who knows? You know what I mean? Like, that could be a thing. And so when she comes to X-Men, she's like, yo, look, I don't have nowhere to go. This guy's gonna try to kill me. And if you guys thought Magneto was bad, Shaw is worse. But playing Shaw is Luke Evans. Or possibly, no, I had a secondary name, but no, Luke Evans is perfect for me. So if Luke Evans does this, I think it would just be awesome. So guys, that's my pick. That's my MCU. That's my X-Men MCU to be exact. Let me know what you guys think. Who would you guys choose? As usual, guys, stay excellent. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that notification button, that subscribe button. Don't forget to comment, like, and share, guys. I'm still doing this Ant-Man ticket giveaway, so it's like 2 tickets for 2 subscribers, but it's 2 sets of tickets. I keep racking my brain like, how am I gonna phrase this? But I have 2 sets of 2 tickets for 2 different subscribers or new subscribers. Also, I'm giving away the download code for Black Panther, guys, so be sure to subscribe. As usual, guys, stay excellent. I'll catch you later.